All right, Scrafters. This is it. This is the big FFA. It's going to be good. I've got the production tab going. Only 5 players in. I'm not sure entirely who's missing. I'll work that out in a second. Look at the vastness of this map. It's absolutely absurd. Yeah. So a lot of spawn locations. 5 players on it. They won't know where everyone else is. So that is going to make it trickier for them. Let's see, we've got Tiger Lion, Faye, Deadeye, Xanathar, Random Banana. I think, who are we missing then? Lizard? Are we missing Lizard? Perhaps he couldn't make it. Who knows? But yeah, I'm pretty excited to see what happens here. It could, it's got the potential to be massively dull, hasn't it? Because, if you're playing an FFA, everybody's just going to play super defensive, I would think. That is hardest for the Zerg, if anything, as a Zerg player, because, is this part of like some cunning plan to build a hatchery here to get a wall? Is that's interesting. I still think I would have just went for it, hatch first, because FFA, nobody wants to attack, do they? So chances are you're going to be able to get away with going hatch first. You're going to be able to get away with actually going double hatch first, I reckon. So as the Zerg, I'd have been really tempted to just hatch, kind of vaguely safe in the knowledge that nobody's going to be attacking early. Like, you're not going to do a rush in an FFA map, are you? Because who are you going to rush? Your next door neighbor, and then you get shanked in the back by the neighbor on the other side. Tiger Lion, I think, has got the right idea. The wall of depots, building walls, building defenses is kind of what I expected to see. Random Banana's got a Twilight coming down, and do you know what? Dark Templars on this map wouldn't be the craziest idea you've ever had. Extremely good defensively. If a bunch of stuff turns up and you've got Invisible Man, that is going to see you. That's going to see you right, isn't it? So Stargate as well for Random Banana. So it isn't going to be DTs, and he's getting the speed upgrade for Zealots, despite having more Stalkers than Zealots. But yeah, we'll see how that works out. It's only Marines so far from Tiger Lion, with the Marauder in there in the mix as well. Let's have a peek at the upgrades. Empty. So we've got Tiger Lion's upgrade in armor, but no combat shield, no stim. Deadeye is going to get stim. And he's actually moving out. He's keen, super keen. I love it, Deadeye. Yeah, and with the medevac here and the Marauders in the mix, a little bit of kiting, and this could be real trouble for Faye, because he just doesn't really have enough to fight this. So at best he's going to lose this base. He has got Warp Gate finished, so he can warp in some more units. Doesn't appear to be doing that just at the moment. Finally, a bunch of units come down. What he should have warped in, of course, was a sentry, so that he could have force fielded this ramp. But this looks really problematic. Let's take a look at the production tab. So in the production tab, Deadeye is building stuff at home, and that's very reassuring indeed. Faye has taken massive damage here. There are lings on the map for Xanathar. This is beginning to heat up. This is the type of thing we're after, isn't it? Action going to be everywhere on the map in a minute. So all of the workers unfortunately die for Faye, and I think Faye's in all sorts of trouble. Let's click on the unit tab. He's down to 8 workers. This is a vast number of lings on the map for Xanathar. There's 48 lings right here. They can't get in. There's no point trying to nibble this wall with this much firepower behind it. Of course they could get in over here, and they would have a field day. These Zealots have got speed, but there's only 3 of them. This is 48 lings. That is a lot of ling, and Stalkers do not like lings. This Oracle is going to come in over here and get a bit of hurt done on Deadeye's mineral line. So now it's his turn for a little bit of pain. The Marines are well out of position, and they're finally going to come in, but not before he has lost 11 workers. Finally, these lings who are scouting for trouble on the map are going to find some trouble. They're going to come in, and Random Banana, with this shield battery in location, is actually going to be able to trade really, really well. But I think the ling numbers are just going to be too much. 48 lings is a lot. Kind of hard to tell though. I think he's just about going to hold this, and I'm a little surprised. I guess that shield battery was doing some serious work. I'd love to be able to see some stats on a shield battery to see just how much shield it actually replaced. Let's have another look at the units tab here. We've got 18 Marines on the map for Tiger Lion. We've got 33 Marines on this map, for Deadeye has chased off the Oracle, but his economy's hurting. He's mining here, but not fantastically. Ffa trying to get back into this. Chrono in. No, actually not Chrono in. Full energy on the Nexus. Use the Chrono Boost, Ffa. Use the Chrono. But obviously, look, these medevacs turning up first are a big clue that you're about to get hit. It is the Phoenix can actually snipe these, and they won't be able to take part in the fight. Am I watching in slow motion? Is that what's happening here? Phoenix won't last long against these numbers of Marines. Deadeye has proper got it in for Ffa here. He is pretty determined. If these tanks siege up in this location, they will be able to hit the stuff on the high ground as well. So Ffa's going to be feeling pretty salty, pretty much under pressure. Random Banana in good shape here, but look, you know, he's the first person. Oh no, he isn't the first person. Sorry, Xanathar's got the third up as the Zerg. Of course, you would kind of expect that. Zerg typically do need to have more bases than Protoss or indeed Terran. Right, let's see. Let's take stock here. I'm just going to slow this down for a second, and we'll have a think about what's happening. It looks like Ffa is going to go down in flames. Has got sneaky workers hidden in the corner. Has he got enough money to rebuild? He probably does. Yeah, he does. So if Deadeye doesn't see this stuff, there is a chance he could rebuild. And he has rebuilt in the gold. I love it. This is a smooth move because he could actually get a viable economy out of the gold base. Yeah, Xanathar sticking with Lings. And now they're at the 10-minute mark. It's kind of a little bit difficult to say how much value he's going to get from the Lings. These mutants, though, could definitely be doing a lot of damage, so I would like to see them split off. This is unfortunate for Ffa, that the mutants are going to find his workers and they're going to kill them. Ffa, you got done over, my friend. You got badly, you were done dirty, man. Anyway, Tiger Lion, I don't think has had to fend anything off just yet. But I'm a little concerned that there are idle buildings here. There doesn't seem to be anything in production for him. Yeah, he's building a couple of SCVs, but where are the siege tanks in production? Where are the Marines in production? They're not in production at present. Ffa with his 3 workers clinging on to hope. The Mutalisks, meanwhile, have cleaned out Deadeye's mineral line. These Marines can, of course, fleece the Mutas, but you're not going to stay here and fight, are you, Xanathar? You're not going to... No, I don't know. Oh, it hurts to watch. It actually hurts to watch. Yeah, that's not what Mutas are for, is it? They never win in straight-up fights against pretty much anything, to be honest. So the Mutalisks managed to get a fair bit done, and Deadeye's economy isn't in great shape, is fully saturated here, but the extra saturation doesn't really gain you much. Random Banana, on the other hand, is going absolutely ballistic. Let's have a look at the units tab, and we'll see what he's doing. Yeah, 7 carriers on the map. It's a good choice. What I would say about carriers in free-for-all, yes, they can be very difficult to beat. So once it gets to the point where there's only you and someone else on the map, carriers can be really strong. While there's still 3 other players on the map, though, your carriers can only be in one place at a time, and they are phenomenally slow. I meant 4 other players. Sorry, Ffa. Don't know about this building location. All right, Lings again. These Lings are going to come in here, but surely he knows there's nothing here. I'm surprised Xanathar hasn't moved north. Now, if there was better scouting happening, Tiger Lion would know that Xanathar's entire army is somewhere else, and he could march in here for free and just wreck everything. This map is vast. Look how far these Lings have got to come back. That is a long way to get home. So yeah, Tiger Lion, I'd love to see you getting busy. I'd love to see you getting out and about and putting some hurt on someone. Similarly, Random Banana hasn't really done much. He's been parked at home, so I'm going to up the speed again. It looks like Deadeye's getting ready for a move out. I'd love to see the siege tanks in actual siege mode. If they were in siege mode, my goodness, would these Lings die quickly. As it is, they finally do siege up, and those Lings do indeed die quickly, as do the mutants. So that was not a fight that Xanathar really wanted to take. You know, siege tanks are so good against Lings, and Marines are so good against mutants. We're about to find out how good these Marines are against the carriers. So I think there's just critical mass of carrier here. So yeah, hang on. Let's see that again at normal speed. The thing about carriers, when you're playing against them, they're really hard to micro against. You have to tell your units to shoot the carriers. Otherwise, your units are shooting interceptors, and the interceptors are chaos. They come out, they fly about, they fly out of range so quickly that they actually seldom die. So what Deadeye needed to be doing there was hit the stim button, run forward till you're directly under the carriers so that they can't outrange you, and then right click those carriers, hold in shift, right click a carrier, then the next, then the next, then the next, so that the Marines are not distracted by the things shooting them, the little interceptors. Unfortunately, that's not what happened, and as a result, Deadeye finds himself in quite a bit of trouble. Not mining here. This is beginning to mine out, so he really does need to expo, and I'm kind of hoping that that's where this command center is going, but it's going back to here. He's got a spare CC. I don't know why he doesn't fly it down there. Ffa, meanwhile, has got some money, has got some zealots. You know, if ever there was a time for Dark Templars, Ffa, this is that time. Get the DTs out, hide the tech up here on this high ground, and get those DTs out, because who's got detection? Not Random Banana, not Deadeye, not Tiger Lion, and not Xanathar. So literally, you could probably wreck this game with about 8 DTs right now, which would be pretty embarrassing for all concerned. 2 DTs in each of your opponent's base right now could just have so much fun. I'm not sure what these guys are shooting. Oh, it's an Oracle coming in. Yeah, Ffa has got the Oracle up and is going to try and do a bit of hurt. Is that an Oracle from way earlier that was just chilling? I think it is. It's got 15 kills. What an absolute legend. Yeah, killing these probably isn't going to matter too much. Look at the vast amount of money that Random Banana is packing in the bank. Serious money. And he finds himself maxed out. He's got 6 supply left. Is just about, no, actually you need it for a mothership, so needs to sacrifice a couple of these workers and get that mothership out, because it just makes such a big difference. Tiger Lion then, still actually, I think this is the first time Tiger Lion's army's left home, so they're going to come out onto the map, and Tiger Lion sees, look at this, that's the amount of vision Tiger Lion's got of the rest of the map. Doesn't really know where anyone is, or even what type of army composition they've got. Random Banana is similarly grim on the scouting sticks, and Deadeye arguably just as bad. So yeah, given the size of the map, there hasn't really been very adventurous scouting. Random Banana is going to come in here and just lose a prism for free. But yeah, I'd love to see this army out killing stuff, actually doing damage, putting hurt on. Tiger Lion feels that he's got enough to come in here, and you know, honestly, he might well. There's 84 lings on the map. That is a huge number of lings. The siege tank's not sieged up, and no medevac support from the Marines is going to be the doom of them, because 84 is a big number. Yes, Ultralisks, yes to Ultralisks. So the GG Elephants are about to come out, and once they're on the map, things are going to get pretty gnarly for a lot of players. Not for Random Banana though, but he does need to be careful, because the way carriers attack with these interceptors, the attack does 2 attacks, but it's weak. Damage is 6. You know, so if you've got fully teched up Ultras have. He hasn't actually got the armor upgrade, but fully teched Ultras have 5 armor, so that's 6 damage is just to 1 per shot. That is, I don't need to tell math school students how much of a difference that is to reduce the attack output from these carriers by 5/6. So they take a long time to actually kill Ultras. Yeah, but you know, is all of that damage done by a single Reaper? Is that what I've just seen with my eyes here? Disgusting, absolutely disgusting. Look at all this money in the bank. Xanathar finds himself in a position to build lings, and that's partially because he isn't mining any gas. Yeah, Deadeye is out of here by the looks of things. Now, do bear in mind what we're playing for. It's the last 2 players standing that are going to go through, and Ffa, as the first person, you know, wasn't knocked out there, was he? But as the first person to take a beating, he's still very much in this game, folks. And if he continues to hide here, he could very well find himself being one of the last 2 players standing. But we're going to see what happens. So, Random Banana has the Fleet of Doom. It is hard to see any army on this map actually take this on. In fact, I'd go so far as to say this is an unbeatable fleet right now. So what you've got to do is run from it. Don't engage it. Deadeye might consider going into his base and just killing some stuff. You know, kill the fleet beacon so that he can't build more carriers. What you don't want to do, though, is try and fight it, because you definitely can't. So if I'm in Deadeye's position, I mean, he might even go for the salty hidden CC. Just fly the CC to here and hope for the best. Hope for the best it doesn't get found before the end of the game. Yeah, it would be salty, but it could work. Xanathar, on the other hand, is going to come in here and do some crunching. Deadeye is defeated. Deadeye has no buildings left, does get caught out, and is going to go down. Now then, Tiger Lion is going to come down to try and rescue this, or is he? I think he's just going to mass up here and try and protect his own base. He has got useful stuff here. Meanwhile, look, Faye, it's the seriously, Empire Strikes Back. Faye is gonna have a pop at the biggest at Random Banana, the biggest player on the map right now. Now the Lings are in front, which means that the Hell Elephants can't quite get doing the hurt that they need to do. Finally, they come forward and are going to start crunching stuff, but that is a lot of siege tank behind a wall. I don't think he can actually get in here. And this is actually a bit horrific. These are expensive units to be losing for Xanathar. If he can get through the gap here and get on top of the siege tanks, he can kill them. But instead, he dies on a ramp. What have I told you guys about fighting on a ramp? This is trouble for Faye. Random Banana does find this sneaky base. But look how much stuff he's losing at home. Has still got the fleet beacon. So actually, he's only really lost, what am I looking at here, pylons and a couple of stargates. But given that he's still pretty much maxed out, that isn't going to matter too much. Does split the fleet up, which is a risky business. So let's have a look at the income tabs. Pretty grim for Tiger Lion, pretty grim for Xanathar. And I'm not sure why. There's plenty of bases that you can expand into. There's bases here. There's bases all the way around the map, to be honest. But that's how it is at present. Is Faye going to manage to get another base down before this one dies? In fact, Random Banana hasn't actually killed it. So Faye very much still in the game. This is beginning to get a bit weird, isn't it? What? This is Faye's stuff? What is he? What? I don't really understand what's happening anymore. So Faye does have these buildings. I'm not sure what he's hoping to achieve, but he has managed to slap down. He's managed to slap down a nexus. But Xanathar knows you're there. He must know you're there. Why wouldn't you build somewhere sneakier? Meanwhile, Tiger Lion is all up in Xanathar's base. Is going to give a lot of stuff a beating, but this hero Ultralisk with 14 kills mops everything up. Now, Xanathar, he has a handful of corruptors left, only a handful. Does actually, now's the time to go and counter, but this is not, oh my goodness, that's a lot of siege tank. Does Tiger Lion know that he is against carriers? Because siege tanks are great, don't get me wrong, but what they don't do is shoot up. This is embarrassing, isn't it? So Deadeye is out of the game, so therefore his units do not attack. Oh, Faye, you didn't get the Nexus down in time. Maybe he didn't have enough. Don't stand under these. No, don't die to this. Don't die to this. Get across the map. Oh my goodness. This is going to be tight. So Xanathar has quite a lot of base that's going to take quite a lot of killing. He has got the Hell Elephants, and they could be across the map doing a lot of damage. Meanwhile, Tiger Lion's got serious problems. These siege tanks just don't shoot up. The only thing he's got here shooting up is this one turret. This poor Viking really isn't going to last too long. I don't know why Random Banana's running. Why would you run from this? It's one turret? Like, what? What? Who wants death next? Yeah, that is serious smack talk. But, see if this was in your base, you'd be in trouble, my friend, because what have you got at home? Nothing. Literally nothing. Handful of workers. And how long does it take these carriers to get the whole way across the map? I'll tell you, quite a lot longer than it takes these Lings to get across the map. Go on, Xanathar, get in his base, get involved, get in and kill some stuff. If you do not kill some stuff quite quickly, you are going to get tumped here. So, I don't know, Random Banana for some reason not finishing off the Terran base, and I don't know about this. Is this tactical? I don't like it if it's tactical, because I don't want to see stuff like that happening, where people might tactically, try and avoid somebody in round 2 or something like that. So finally, finally, Xanathar decides, well, what am I doing standing about here? It's about time I got on my opponent's base. He should have been doing this a long time ago. And like, look how quickly this stuff kills. Look how quickly. But has he got enough minerals to actually build a hatchery? He doesn't. So what he needs to do is get a worker across the map and build, start sending workers out. And what you build is gas extractors, because gas extractors are the cheapest Zerg building and they do not require creep. But needs to, it's a bit painful. Has he got burrow? I don't think he does. So he needs to split his army up and get involved. Yeah, Random Banana, for all your big talk, you could well lose everything here. So, I don't know. These ultras can't fight the carriers, but my goodness, have they ever done a great job of cleaning up Random Banana's best. I don't know about this change of heart, Xanathar. I would be trying to do the runaround. Don't try and kill Tiger Lion. Do the runaround, because look how few buildings Random Banana's got. You could absolutely Shrek this. Oh my goodness, the Golden Armada are going to come, and what Xanathar needs to do right now is run, because the Golden Armada will focus the ultras before the buildings. This is going to be tight. Does Tiger Lion lose his base before the fleet finishes everything off? He does, and I mean, yes, there's 2 buildings standing, but he has no units and no structures. Xanathar, there's too much stuff there. There's too much stuff. You have to run. This is absolutely ridiculous. Xanathar, all you've got to do to qualify is kill these 2 depots. You have got the GG elephants to do it. What are you doing? Just no. Please make it stop. He can do the runaround though. If he goes back now to this base, it has to be undefended. Ultras are so much faster than carriers. Get involved. As soon as these carriers are above creep, he will know that his opponent is not at home. This is your go. This is your go. You know where the fleet is. This is your go. This is your go. Oh my word, this is nasty. Needs to send the workers. Needs to send them fast. This is going to be extremely tight. Random Banana probably does not know. He doesn't have enough energy for a recall, but the 2 ultras aren't attacking. You've got to be kidding me with this, Xanathar. What else have you got to micro right now? Literally nothing. Literally nothing else. Attack! Kill the extractor! No, you've got to be absolutely kidding me. Kill the damn extractor. Oh my god. So there are only 2 players left in the game. It is Tiger Lion. It is Tiger Lion, and it is Xanathar in Random Banana with your smack talk. You know what I mean? I feel like all the smack talk with your big fancy fleet, I feel like you kind of deserved that. You talked the talk, but you knew your opponent didn't have very much. You have got 160 supply of carriers, and it didn't occur to you to just leave 5 of them at home. You sent literally this many carriers. Look at you've got 26 carriers. You sent 26 carriers around the map together to fight 4 units, or indeed to kill 2 supply depots, which I think you tactically left behind. I have a feeling that was tactical. I don't think you accidentally left those. I feel like you didn't want to let Xanathar through to the next round, so you allowed Tiger Lion buildings to leave behind. You had plenty of chance to kill Tiger Lion. Your fleet was in his base, and you chose not to. And as a result, it is in fact Xanathar and Tiger Lion that go through to round 3. GG!